Hello everyone, in this video we're going to draw a small project and add grid lines to the project. So let's start by drawing the walls. So we go to Architecture tab, we click on the wall tool, we can drop down in the properties table, go through the different types of wall that we have. So at this stage we're just going to pick one at random. So I'm going to make a few units. All right, so it's going to be like this. All right, all right, so this is our structure, our building, and now I'm going to show you how we add grid lines to it. So we go to Architecture. All right, so this is our structure. We're going to insert grid lines to it. So we go to Architecture tab, we move to the right until we reach Grid tool. We click on Grid tool, and then we just click, and well, this is how the first one is going to be put. So as you can see, as I come close to a wall, it's going to pick the center, and as I move my cursor either to the left or to the right, you're going to see that dotted blue line that appears, all right, both vertically to align the grid line to the previous one, and horizontally to align to look for the center of the wall. All right, so I just click here and then move the cursor to the right. So as you can see, as I move, you see the vertical blue line appearing. All right, so when you've got that vertical blue line, it means that the grid 1 and 2 are aligned. All right, so then I can do the same thing for grid line 3, and same thing for the last wall. All right, so from here to here. All right, now you can see that the grid lines are automatically numbered in increments of 1. All right, and now if I want to put the vertical grids, again I'm going to click on grids, and then I'm going to start here. All right, this is going to be my first one. You're going to observe that I stop the horizontal grids at number 4, and when it comes to vertical, the first one is going to be the continuation, so 4, then it becomes 5. Now if I want to change it, instead of numbers, I want to use alphabets. All right, so I just select that first vertical grid, and then in the properties table and the name, I change it from 5 to A. All right, and apply. So now this is grid line A. So I go again and do my second one. Same thing. Now you're going to observe, now it's not, the grid increment is not in numbers, but it is in alphabets. All right, so I continue on like this. All right, so until I complete the grids. All right, now this is about inserting grids. Now furthermore, we can also intervene on the grid lines. Let's say when I click on this particular grid line, I see the bubble to the right hand side, but if I want it to the left hand side, what I should do is I look for that checkbox to the right All right, so if I want to relieve all the grids to the right, I just uncheck this box. But if I want the grids to appear, the grid lines to appear to the left, I then check the left box. So I can do that for all of them. All right, so I'm just showing you how it's done. All right, so then number 4. All right, so this is how we go by it. Now, let's say I insert a wall, let's say for something very specific here. All right, and now I want to insert a new grid line, so I go to architecture, grid lines, and I'm going to use this one. All right, so you can see it's odd. All right, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to change it to 2 dash, so it's easy. So I select the grid line, go to the properties dialog box, and the name I change it from F2 to dash. All right, then I click on apply. Here I am. But you're going to see that there is some kind of overlapping of grid lines 2 dash and 3. I don't want this to happen. So what I can do is when I select either of them, I'm going to observe that here I have a sort of a break that I can allow. So I click on it and you can see that elbow. All right. So this allows some let's say some space between successive grid lines and thus make your drawing neater. All right, so this is how we go about inserting grid lines. Now if I want to change the position of grid lines A to E, instead of appearing at the bottom, I want them to appear at the top. Same thing, I uncheck at the bottom, I check at the top. I repeat the same thing for, I see if I can do all of them. I think it's not going to be possible, so I'll have to do one by one. Right, so this is how I'm going to tackle this particular problem. So now you are in a situation where you have the circles to the grid lines to the sides you have wished for. All right, so that's all. Thank you.